after a successful P3, you got a potential kind of to soak up over 60, 70 points between the two. There's a lot of potential between those two, and I think for Condors, you're kind of looking forward to seeing them try to get into that trend.
Yeah. Condors able to get first blood to start things off. Frizzy on 2 kills right off the bat. A third one for Frizzy as he takes the point, and now he's in there going to hold it as the Western team starts to come around that side for the point.
So it's better spawns for side of Western. A little bit of time off the break, but they're going to have to jump into contest. Hyper looking for the slide around. 3 for Western as they clear out the hard point. Now looking to lock down some of that time, see if they can equalize. But what they really need to focus on is this rotation and make sure that nobody from the Condors can cross this line of scrimmage and flip them out.
Yeah, it looks like the Condors are making their way in, but a few of them are cleared out. They're kind of stuck on the side there, maybe starting to decide, hey, it's maybe time to go for P2. Gxrcha out in the window here. This couple nice kills.
And it is going to leave an opening over towards that P2 rotation. Western should be able to beat them out, but don't have a proper setup. Sa's going to find Frizz up close and personal. Allows Western to jump into the time and start to push this lead, but Condor's not too far around. Looks like Frizz is looking to make a play. Has to drop down from the ladder, and it's Teddy above actually to clear him out. Still Condor's fighting. A back and forth trade. All yellow, though, taking over. It's a 4-for-2 trade for Condors to get back into this one. And Western, still with the close spawns, looking to jump back into the time.
Yeah, that was a great job for the Condors to get control of that site there. All just overloaded Western's team from the top there, and doing a good job holding down the site is the Condor player. I believe that's JayRay, name not showing up on the kill feed.
No, he's got the 48. It's not going to pop off anytime soon.
No, the dreaded 48.
There's nothing we can do here, but trying our best. Western in the lead right now. Condors again focusing on the rotation over towards P3, and this is kind of where I set things up for them. This is going to be a very powerful spot for Condors to set up in. If you can catch a couple of these players on rotation, really lock down some time here, you can start to pull ahead in a little bit of a lead, but Western through the front doors, putting together some kills. Saw up top, lovely help onto his teammates there. It's 3 down for Conestoga, who are still spawning into the back. Before I say that, JayRay, a rogue spawn across that, so potential to possibly pinch this out. It doesn't seem like anybody on Western is going to be ready for it, and as soon as he does, letting the AR sing. JayRay breaking back in from the front. You got the teammates right around the corner. Conestoga right back into the hill. Yeah,
that was a fortunate spawn for JayRay. He was able to make his way in through that door, and they now have position on the hard point thanks to that kill coming in. But Sa is on a 5 killing streak, quickly put to an end by Gxrcha. Gxrcha is taken out by Shanks. Now Western back on the hard point.
And for this rotation over to P4, we've seen teams lock this down. We've seen it be a little bit of a struggle sometimes to break. So seeing already battle down and towards the bunker, it's going to be important to see who comes out on top. Western, the first one's into the time. Saw, can he go on that spree yet again? Shut down this time by JayRay, but the job's not done. Players from Western still looking to put some pressure on from the outside. Shanks looking for some eyes, waiting for the rest of the team. JayRay gets traded out, 3-on-3 for the hill.
Yeah, Conestoga still holding this hill. It's a nice one to hold because you get a lot of protection from that backside, and JayRay and Gxrcha are just holding it down. Saw's able to get his way in, but he's quickly taken down by Gxrcha as well, still holding this point.
And looking to flip this lead as well for Conestoga. It was a quick lead for Western. They held it for a little bit, but seems like the time might be up. Shank slides in. Amos at the ready. Swaps the handgun, but not going to be able to put anything together. Dremo's putting a spree down. He's on 3, but it's Frizz on 5 in a row, who has now the Hellstorm as well as the Barrage. The Hellstorm is something that we're going to be looking forward to later on in this one, especially for Protocol, which is a very wide open plane.
Yeah, very fortunate not fortunate for Conestoga. They've just been doing a great job holding that point. They're going to make their way over to P1 again as we go through the second rotation. And it looks like Western is the first team on the map holding Condors out of there, who are a little staggered in their attack here.
There's a 3-on-3 still. Gxrcha in behind. Pistol's going to clean that up. And sprees across the board for both of these players still. It looks like streaks on the board for Gxrcha. He's going to get cut down by Shanks. Western still only down by about 20 or so points, almost 30 points here in favor for Conestoga. Hyper going to slide on in, but he's not going to be able to stay alive. You still have players all across the map. Big spread here for the Conestoga Condors, just watching from either end, making sure that Western can never set up properly.
Yeah, trades going in from either which way for both teams here as control has been going back and forth, but it seems like Conestoga's had a little bit of an upper hand in holding this point. Now Western is on the point, and they're able to set up hold these angles behind the turret there. And Conestoga is deciding maybe, hey, let's go for P2.
And they already have the setup. They're going to beat them there. Conestoga rarely have been the first ones to the hill throughout the entirety of this protocol. And the fact that they're in the lead, this is now where you look to see them pull away. 3 down for Western. They're going to be spawning all the way deep in the back spawns of P2. So close to hit this yet again. And Heifer's going to wait to hit this with a full 4. And you see the kills to open things up. Starts the break and finds it flawlessly. 4 down for Conestoga.
Yeah, 3 big kills for Western there. You can see Conestoga is now spawning on that opposite side. The spawns have flipped. And Saw is there to clean up one of them, but they overnumber him, and they're quickly making their way towards the point as well.
And they even find their way back in for Conestoga. Fortunately for Western, you lose that time, you're still down, but you have the rotations to nil. And we saw that Western were able to put together quite a strong hold back at this P3 hill. So looking to replicate this now in the second set of rotations, possibly even pull ahead with this one, but they're going to have to hold on this upcoming Condors hit. It's going to be a 3-on-3 to play, and Dremel waiting to go up top.
Yep, they're down by 40 points right now, so they've got to hold on for that. Condors making their way onto the site, getting it contested, now taking control after a couple of quick kills. And JayRay able to get a couple kills right there, getting on site. It's going to hold the site for Condors. Western has to spawn on the other side of the map, so they're going to try and make their way through the middle, but are quickly getting gunned down.
I was going to say, you're crushing through the middle of the map. That's no man's land, and these ARs are just frying Western to pieces. The lead continues to grow for Conestoga, now 178 playing 122. A couple sprees as well yet again, as you can see that these members of Conestoga, they just do not want to die for free. Western grouping up for one more hit at this last hard point. Hyper's going to slide in for the contest, but quickly taken down. Now for Western, you got to start thinking about this P4 rotation. You need to make it a good one.
Western's starting to get on site for the P4, but a few of them who have gone in there have already been taken out. Kill for Hyper makes a little bit of space on site, but it's still a contest, and JayRay picks up a kill on Hyper.
Shanks does slot in behind, and his battle's not done just yet. Conestoga going to eclipse the 200-point mark, starting to set themselves up for the winner's circle of this map number 1. Only 50 points away from making it happen. Western just haven't been able to get themselves a stronghold in what seems like 3 or 4 hard points. And really that is reflecting in the scoreline that we're seeing right now. So they need a break soon, and Shanks is looking to lead the charge back in. Hyper's going to find a quick 2, but the trades for Conestoga holding them in this time. Frizz is soaking it all up, and he is shutting them down.
Yeah, some great kills by Frizz. He's on a 5-kill spree now, and he's just continuing to hold this site. The Western team doesn't know what angle to come from. They're coming through the bottom, the rock side there. They're coming through the hallway, and they're just getting shut down by Frizz every time they try to get on site here. Another one for Frizz as well.
6 seconds left. Last chance hurrah for Western. They're going to be there over towards P1, but here's the Hellstorm now from Frizzy. JayRay's going to catch Teddy through the middle of the map. It's going to leave this one open, and you can see those Western players. They are running to the hills, but there's nowhere you can go when Frizzy is tracking you down with a missile. He's going to blow you up and secure the map for his squad. 250 to 122. Condors coming out swinging.
Yeah, unbelievable. They really started to run away with that one, especially those last 2 points. And that Hellstorm, like you said, you got pretty hyped about it, but just to hit him with the split-off missile and then finish one up with the controlled missile is just, yeah, that's good night for the Western team right there on map 1.
That's the thing with that Hellstorm. It's just so... maybe we'll see it off the rip here for the attacking side, but I'm not sure what Conestoga is going to bring to offer for the offense. And it looks like they're just going to bang out A right away. Trying to get that plant off. Teddy has to make sure you play your life. You do not want to go down for free here. And it looks like Western going to have to play this retake.
Good job by Conestoga to get onto the site. Still no kills yet, but the bomb has gone down. And now they've just got to hold A. You can see Western is kind of circled right around them, so we're going to see how they make the retake here.
You got to drop down Spiral as well as the elevator. And it is a trap laid down. JayRay only good for the first one. It's Dremel actually traded out. Couple of kills for Western, down to a 1 versus 1 or 1 versus 2. Shanks and Saw looking to put this one away. 23 seconds to get this one going. Frizzy over the top, but no, Western taking the retake here inside of that A site. Not an easy one to break, but a huge pickup from Teddy to trade out Dremel over towards the elevator. Draws so much attention away from those players in Spiral.
For sure, yeah. Just being able to get that quick double kill as well, or the 2 kills, I think it was between 2 Western players, but just able to get those 2 and then make it put the odds in your favor against Frizzy for that final kill. There wasn't a lot he could do there. He tried to go over, tried to play some mind games. Unfortunately because I'm being biased apparently. Unfortunately for Frizzy, he didn't get through that, and he was taken down. Round 1 goes to Western. We're going to see Western on the attack now. Let's see what they decide to do. They throw some grenades out. See if they can catch anyone off that rotation at the beginning. And the bomb is going to be sneaking around.
Oh, Frizzy, doors are open. Saw, thought you could get across, but no. Conestoga is going to meet you for that first blood, and the door's wide open, allows for them to actually catch that player on a rotation. So Western kind of almost bottlenecked over towards this A point. There is no avenue over towards B possible.
Yeah, they're going to make their way along the side here, trying to still maybe a little bit to go toward B, it looks
they're
like.
Going to try it.
And a lot of people in the windows just got their eyes set on exactly where Western's going to be.
Well, that's why that try is going to find no success. Frizzy just flying on forward. He's going to be traded out by Shanks, but 20 HP and Shanks nowhere close to collecting this bomb. You're hoping if you're Shanks that you can get something out of Teddy here, who's taking a long route all the way through Spiral, but as he's making this happen, Shanks ends up going down. It's going to put Teddy into a very tough spot. 1 versus 3, makes himself known, finds the first kill, but great around the corner. Conestoga answer back.
Yep. Real good way to stand strong there and just, you had your teammates back. A little bit of tough positioning for Shanks. JayRay was ready for that as soon as he heard the shots in the hallway. Able to get there and take out Teddy off the map.
So for Conestoga, I mean, not too bad of an answer back on their defense, just shutting down that pressure towards mid from that attempt towards the B bomb. It puts the bomb all the way down as well through a very tough spot once you go down over towards P1, the second player who tried to make it happen. I think that was Heifer. But look at this. They're going to go for a triple nade through the middle of the map, make sure that Conestoga can't do that to them, but instead Conestoga going through P2 all the way around tower. 3 players going to meet that. Saw gets caught off guard. First blood for Conestoga again. And now they have a chance to fully wrap this through the building of Western.
Yeah, that's a good start for Conestoga. Another kill picked up for Neb there, as he is going to get 1 more, and it's now just a 3v1 on Teddy at the last alive.
Teddy's going to have to go all the way through, clearing out their building, up the zip, finding JayRay, putting an end to that 4 spree. But again, it's Teddy in a 1 versus 3. Bomb down. He's going to fly at them. Catching another. Dremo chalked off the board. 37 seconds for Teddy to bring this one back. And the bomb is not going to make this any easier. Teddy has to do this with 7.5 seconds left to hit that defuse. Both players on the crossfire. Teddy makes it a 1 versus 1.
Some great shooting by Teddy. You thought that player would have had him as he had the sight line, but Teddy was able to take him out. And Teddy getting a few shots on this last Condors player.
Neb is low. Backed up, 14 seconds. He's got to play his life, play that clock. He's going to spin around. Teddy just trying to catch this up. There's no time. He's done enough. It looks like Neb just bring it right over the end for Conestoga. He got a little bit worrisome for a second there, but when time is on your side, you just got to stay alive there if you're Neb. But you are breathing one big sigh of relief.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job by Neb to just evade, stay alive. He got a few shots taken at him. He gets hidden in that helicopter and gets away from him.
You got to give some respect, though, to Teddy for making that possible. A 1 versus 4, near clutch in that round. I thought he was going to do it.
Yeah, there was a good chance. There was a real good chance that Teddy could have pulled that one off, especially after he hit those shots from the higher angle there.
But it's Neb to ice up, ultimately bringing Condors into the lead back-to-back rounds. Back onto the offense for Western. Last time they got nothing done. This time they're going to take a shot over towards A, met by some players from Conestoga down in towards the bunker. It's Frizz looking to prey on some of these members. He's going to find one, immediately traded. Bomb still in the hands, and there's a player on the flank. It looks like Dremo is going to try to get in behind all of this. He's waiting at the top of the elevator for a chance to strike.
He's going to drop down, try and get his way in. He's got the information, that there were players there. He gets one, but is taken out. It's now going to be... Sorry, I didn't see who that was who was going to go with the elevator.
Western down into a 2 versus 2. Can't count this team up. Teddy made you know that. This bomb's going to go down. Condors giving this one up. Playing in for the retake. 41 seconds. Frizz jumps on down. Saw's going to be caught, so JayRay giving them a chance here. Teddy in the 1 versus 2. Can he clutch up this time around? JayRay slides around. Teddy's going to be spotted, and with the aim as he rips him apart. Another round for Conestoga.
Yep, made pretty quick work of Teddy there, unfortunately for Teddy. And Conestoga able to get this defuse, go up 3-1 on Search and Destroy here. Yep, good round. You could see just Teddy, there's not a lot you can do, is just try and hold that line, and was beaten in the gunfight as he had the outnumber. He still had to watch the back too, so I think that put him in a little bit of a disadvantage. He came around the corner, maybe after checking behind him, and JayRay was just already looking at that angle.
That's back-to-back rounds for Teddy, where he's found himself in a 1vx situation. You got to look at the rest of the team here for Western and play your life a little bit better. You just can't keep putting Teddy in unwinnable spots like that, because although he's been making them close, it hasn't been to any avail. So first blood again from Conestoga. Saw drawn. Teddy's in behind. He's going to blast right through the door. He gets the bad timing, and I don't actually think Frizz recognized that. Teddy's going to take down JayRay. Now on the hunt for the next one. Through the walls, Dremo shut down. An answer back from 2 for Western. And ultimately, we find ourselves in now a 2 versus 1 for Neb.
Yep. You know, it's a tough place to be in a 2v1. You've got the bomb, though, so you have a little bit more information. Now making it a 1v1.
But it's doable. And Shanks is right around this one. He's looking to get this trade. Neb with the read, and puts him down!
Great read by Neb. Just probably heard those footsteps coming. He's like, okay, I just got to hit these shots. Try for the jump play by Teddy, but Neb locks on. He's got it. And it goes now down to up to 4-1 for Conestoga.
What an insane play there from Conestoga. Just losing out on a couple of his battles. He got a little bit worried because Frizz had no idea that Teddy just burst through that door.
Yeah,
it must have been a weird audio thing going on right there. But
no, some good composure to finish that off regardless. And we're going to see Conestoga now on the defense. Western could be their final attack. Or sorry, it's 4-1. I thought it was 5-1 for some reason. Could be their second final attack if they don't win too many. Going to see them go for that A point again as well. But they've got a little bit more established presence up in the mid spot by the 2 artilleries.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they're trying to find a kill, and JayRay's going to feed it to him on a silver platter, trying to hit the route. Saw's been waiting, and it hasn't been making any progression across the map. They've just been waiting for Conestoga to make themselves available and finding themselves just kill after kill. Dremo's going to be caught as well. It's now all down to Neb. He's going to take some shots, gives himself away, and in a 1 versus 4, now Western, they just got to plant this bomb and post up.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty tough order here for Neb. He's got to get his way all the way around the map and take out 4 different Western players, which is not impossible, but sometimes unlikely.
We just almost saw a near 1v4 for Teddy. Neb, 6-3, on 3 in a row. Gonna look to see if he can catch some value in this. 24 seconds, not a lot of time to work with here and a lot of angles to check. He's gonna slide out. And he doesn't even get past the first one. Western finally taking a second round.
Able to get themselves back in the win column there. It just once they went up 4-1 there. It's good. It was a good strategy by them, I think, to post up in the middle and focus on thinning out the herd a little bit before they started their attack. Going to be round 7 now. Condors up 4-2, and we've got them on the attack. We'll see what they do with the bomb here.
That's not
It seems like not the right gun. Yeah. And that was a glitch on Call of Duty's end, I believe.
I think he just had the wrong class out. Probably just swapping to get Ninja back, but it is Western back onto the defense. Saw once again getting caught in that first blood. Teddy eviscerated off of the second one. That's going to push Condors over towards A. Now looking to roll out the red carpet to a 5th round victory, 4v2.
Yep, that bomb goes down for the Condors. It's a 4v2, so they've just got to hold off these last 2 Western Esports players, see where they're coming from. It looks like they're going to try and make their way in through the tower there. One in the backside of the boat here.
Down to big door. Player number 3, Frizz, taking the long wrap around, catches Shanks unaware. Heifer now put against the odds, bringing it down from a 1v4 to a 1v2. But there's only 20 seconds left, and we just saw how difficult it was for Neb to bring this one back. JayRay for some initial shots. He slides out. JayRay puts it away, and Conestoga moving their way up. Map point.
Yeah, that was some good shooting by JayRay. Able to just, you know, be patient, wait for this last player. You had some intel on where he might be, and you're able to hold that last line off. Although, you can see Gxrcha gets a few shots on him. That could have been close in that final kill.
It could have been close, but even still, it's just countless times we're fighting Western, just fighting against 1vx situations, whether it's Teddy or Gxrcha there. It's not a winning recipe for this team, and you can see that Conestoga are just doing a good job at drawing out these mistakes and how confident they are at taking these battles. Western, the patience paid off for them a couple rounds ago to get their second round on the board, but it doesn't seem like that patience is still all there. Bomb's going to go down, laid the rock at A. 3 versus 4, Western now looking to hold on to their map life.
Yeah, Gxrcha was able to start things off with that first kill on Waterloo. We're going to see what goes on now. Shanks is in a gunfight with JayRay. Takes him out. Sorry, that was Frizz. Another one for Shanks. He gets another one, and Saw takes out JayRay.
For JayRay, last alive slides out, and he's not going to be able to grab it either. So Western holding on now and showing a little bit of force in that post plant too. 3v4 getting that bomb down. And knowing that that bunker, it's a bunker for a reason, because there's really only 3 areas that they can come from, and majority of these players love to retake through that big door. You do a good job there if you're Shanks to find those opening 2 kills. It not only equalizes the odds, but it gives you that man advantage to start that trade fest back and forth in the bunker, and that's exactly what takes them across the end in that next round. So Western, 2 more rounds to look for, back onto the defense. If they can force around 11, see if they can light a fire.
Looks like the Condors are going to be going once again for that A site. It's been the favorable site for this whole map. Just the easiest one to get to. We get a kill right off the bat for JayRay, I believe, or it's Frizzy.
But Teddy's able to answer back and slips away. 3-on-3 bomb yet to get planted. And Western almost setting up to look for this retake. Teddy on that spiral staircase. It's going to be Dremo actually to be caught out. Shank slides right in alongside him. So 2 quick kills coming out for Western. They're collapsing and they're shutting it down so far, climbing their way back in the search.
Yeah, they're really making a game out of this one. It's now 5-4. They just did a great job of getting rid of all the Condors that were on site there. Not a lot that Neb could do to get out of the sights on that one. He had 3 Western players coming toward him.
So 4-1 up, eventually 4-2 up. Now Condors starting to slow down a little bit towards the Search and Destroy. You're seeing Western back on the attacking side, and this would be a good opportunity or a good time to throw a little bit of a curveball out. I liked it last time when Condors, you know, switched things up and took their attacking side out towards tower, see if they can catch somebody trying to rotate towards that big door. Gxrcha is going to be the one looking for that timing. I think he actually spotted Dremo into the top window. Back over towards A we go, and Frizz is here to shut the door! Frizz finds 3, and just like that, it is over!
Wow, that's some great shooting by Frizz. Able to get 4 on that. Just all of the Western team knocked out right there. Or sorry, it was JayRay, but the kill feed was showing us Frizz. That was JayRay doing all of that.
Yeah, JayRay taking that last final kill in the round. For map 3, we're going to be going to protocol control yet again. Protocol on the docket. Again, we're going to be saying that, you know, Shanks is Drin and I am Wing is Neb. So,
okay. So yes, I am Wing is Neb, Shanks is Dren.
So
good to know.
We're kind of dealing with that right now.
Having that on the docket and actually having the reminder for that is actually incredibly good. Not just for the audience, but also for us.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
Things get a little bit confusing sometimes, but that's okay because we're in this together, and it's a journey that we get to take with you, the viewers, and you, the viewers, get to take with us. So heading into this control, Western on the attack, it looks like trying to get over towards this A zone, clear things out. Drin doing a great job at playing a little bit forward past the spawn of Condors, but as soon as you turn back around into this control zone, it looks like just not able to fully get things going just yet. Frizz doing a great job at battling his way back.
Yeah, and typically we're going to see more and more fights around that A site and typically a lot more pressure around B just to alleviate that A site. As we're seeing it already, Western collecting themselves onto the A site, with it collecting any picks they need to clear it up.
The A zone's been neutralized though, so Drama's going to be able to slide right back across, try to clear off the rest of these players. It's a 1-for-1 trade, and Sa being back around.
Well,
hello.
Looks like connection to host has indeed been lost.
And it doesn't look like it's just us. It
No, it
does
looks
look
like
it's
the
everybody
match
kind
just
of
crashed.
dropping out from that one. So
I think it's early enough that they're probably just going to reset it.
I think it's early enough that they're going to reset it as well. I mean, the round just started. Yeah, Conestoga was in full control of that round for sure, but it's control. It could have swung either way, and you could have got a last-minute hurrah from that A zone by Western to get that capture. Things could have still there was potential for things still to elevate.
It could have snowballed
and escalate. So I think it will be a general consensus to restart that map 1 from the beginning. You don't expect Conestoga to really, I'd say, argue with that with the way that things have been going so far. Even back in towards the hard points.
It would be a little beyond.
I was going to say, even towards that hard point, this Conestoga team, it was a little bit of a contention early from Western. But as soon as some of these players on Conestoga get going, in a map like, or in a game mode like Control, where lives are so important, if Dremel goes on another 5-6 spree alongside JayRay, it's going to really make a big dent into the Western team. So Western have to be aware of not throwing away the lives like we've seen back in that hard point and back in the search and destroy as well. And they need to make sure that they're locking some of these kills down before working their way into the objective.
Yeah, and I think especially when we're looking at Jay and how pivotal ARs can be on this map, having that outside control around B before Big Door, and then around in the mid area around obviously the 2 center buildings with lockers and whatnot. It's been a big factor, especially when trying to maintain that B side control and trying to just get guys on that point. Prevent any sort of respawns from the defenders to come on, holding down that wall area and tower. There's so much angled and coverage that you can, it's why I like snipers, I meant, but it's also, there's so much coverage you can get from those ARs just from that left side on the attacking side on Control on this map. And it creates a bit of a bottleneck, but not one that's impossible to deal with. I actually find it kind of fun.
No way, shape, or form are we seeing snipers in Control.
No.
That is...
No, absolutely. I'm not saying they're going to be, but I'm saying that with how accurate, for example, the AMS is, it's not that it's a sniper necessarily, but it's so incredibly accurate that you can hold down quite a bit off the AMS alone, just holding down outside.
You can. It beams. That thing does fry. But we did get a little bit of a quick bit, and I mean, it's like we know what we're doing here. It's going to be a full fresh restart for map 3. Server crashed, so players are just getting lobbied up yet again. Things just waiting. I'm sure admins have to make sure that everything is happy. No, it's just different camera angle.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right, yeah.
They flipped around. Those Conestoga jerseys are so fresh.
They're pretty nice. They're pretty nice. I love what collegiate people are doing with jerseys nowadays.
Oh, yeah. They're leveling up the game.
Yeah. Because I think people are realizing, dude, the only way you're going to get investment into, your collegiate program is if they look sick. And, who I will say I think was ahead of the curve on that? FaZe Clan. They were, before 100 Thieves, they were, the ones who had, the weird hoodie as jerseys, organization stuff. And I thought that was really cool. And then 100 Thieves kind of came in with that, and everyone started buying the crew necks like you did. What?
Dude, I mean, that is generations behind. The Fnatic, you're missing out on a whole lot of different organizations. Come on.
I have a Fnatic jersey from 2016.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
FaZe Clan put it on the map for jerseys.
No. I'm talking about the streetwear style jerseys. With the hoodies and the crew necks and stuff like that. That was cool. But
cool.
We're seeing more of that from different collegiate orgs.
I would say the
really cool.
Conestoga jerseys. It's like a Call of Duty camo. I mean, you're looking at a different hue for Red Tiger or Blue Tiger or something like that. It is fresh. It is so fresh. But look at this start from Western off the start. You get A-Zone captured right off the rip. And they do a great job at just electing to value the kills off the break-off over diving into the zone and trying to fight your way from the outside in. So they get those kills, they capture A, and now they have 2 whole minutes and a life advantage to get this B zone.
And not just that, I mean, okay, they're going to play it pretty aggro, I think, trying to hold that under area. With it, see Gxrcha pushing up forward and just preventing any respawns from going to that outside area. One's going to tag on Teddy. I am Wing taking down another JayRay. Of course, holding that outside position, going to be able to rappel upwards. This is a dangerous spot, but will be punished.
And you can see that the feed lighting up purple is going to add some pressure to Conestoga now to work fast off the respawns. They do get those close spawns because you can see player number 4, Saw, actually blocking the back spawns for Conestoga and forcing them in towards the tower area. So a little bit of a misplay from Western there. It doesn't seem like Saw really had the read on where to block those spawns. Even still, you're getting pressure over towards A. That first tick of progression is in. And yeah, you called it. Player number 7, JayRay, has pushed all the way deep in towards the Western side. And that is an issue for these Western players.
Yeah, it's helping control the spawn a little bit, though I think it has just been mitigated because he has pushed far up forward as... Yeah, which one is Shanks again? Is that Neb? Drin? Okay, so Drin just coming in on the respawn. Of course, JayRay will get punished and taken out. That actually leaves full possession here for Western as the respawns come through for Conestoga. Though, a wrap. That's a wrap.
This is going to go fast. Something's got to go, and they got to contest this. The contention down in. Frizz going to jump from up top and coming to save the day for Conestoga. It's not done yet.
I think I heard a scream from here, but all the respawns coming in through. Jay playing under, going to play around Spiral. I think actually he's going to push up. Gxrcha putting a trophy down and getting as many picks as possible as the ticks clear.
Where has this Western been?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. Like, where are they trying to push from?
No, I'm saying, where has this been in the first 2 maps? This is a new look at Western. As a 7 life deficit, or 7 to 11 life difference for Conestoga's to try and hold on to the rest of this one. Hypher on the flank, 7 and 4. He's going to take down Frizz from that top tower area, sliding in 17 seconds. The double stack is through. They got some pressure to worry about, but if they stay inside, they can capture the zone. And 6 ticks of progress out of Western after getting nearly fully held before the restart. That is one hell of a turnaround.
Oh, and if you're Conestoga, you want to take that back. I mean, listen, the coverage of the different, choke points were there, and you could tell that they were trying to just control different areas of the entry point in that big door area. But then they kind of forgot that, oh yeah, no, there's actually people already on it, and it's so incredibly low, and they capped it.
And man, that shakes things up for this control, I'll say.
Yeah.
For Western, I mean, shout out to Saw there, 9 and 5 across that first round, really being a nuisance towards Western, always moving into their zone, or for Conestoga, and always moving into the Conestoga side, catching some of these players off guard, cutting off their rotations, and all with a jackal in hand. He's going to unfortunately drop on down over towards B, and JayRay's going to be spotted. The slide out from Hyper, the double chow is going to take him away from that position. It looks like that's going to give a chance to hop the zip line and get into the building of Conestoga yet again.
Yeah, but if Gxrcha can hold down this upper area, it can be so dangerous onto anyone who's trying to push the B site. But now we're seeing Western camp a little bit under the position, actually trying to push through now we're going to see some control and maybe even more so damage on that A site.
Look at this, Hyper leaving the player on zone to the rest of the team, turns around, takes him down. That's Neb getting cleaned up. Only a tick of progression on that A zone so far. A minute left, and Western are just doing a good job at playing in the face of Conestoga and not really letting them breathe at all. It just doesn't seem like Conestoga have any footing underneath them to stand on.
Yeah, it really feels like Western, they're isolating these particular spots with 2v1s, especially these vantage points that, Conestoga, they're pretty confident in holding their positions through these vantage points, but the amount of 2v1s they're isolating to completely eliminate it and then force them on the respawn it's ruining Conestoga.
It is, but still, they've been doing a good job at holding on to this A zone, just contesting it as they can and keeping that time bank pretty up there. 31 seconds, third segment almost done. Neb's in the base now of Western, and he's going to look to do a little bit of damage to the live count that Western are sitting on. Teddy traded out. You have some stance over on B and A. Contention over towards A, but the point's going to be secured. That's Neb finishing it off on that end. Now the B zone being worked on. A minute 30, 14 lives playing 13. Neb's going to cut off a player through that tower, and Saw's going to be patient here. You cannot jump the gun.
No, but Dremo trying to hold an advanced position, and with all the respawns coming through, he's going to have to be very careful playing in that mid position. Players dropping like flies, though Western doing a decent job from pushing from under. And the big door area will be a little bit exposed as now Conestoga playing passive.
Somebody from Western's got to neutralize this. That B zone is so close to getting that second tick finish off. But it doesn't seem like anybody wants to move into no man's land just yet. But with 2 going down, that's going to be an opportunity now to finish the second tick of progression. Condor's going to have the double stack. Somebody's got to come to the rescue for this Western team. You have a flank down the stairs. Hyper getting caught. A double kill there. Dremo and JayRay fork down for Western. And Conestoga stepping up to the challenge and answering back with an offense.
Dealing with every single push through clear comms and clear shots. The Condors will tie up this game. And finally, presenting a challenge to Western in this control.
Round for round, that's going to mitigate that tick, I'd say, advantage that Western did have going for them. And you thought for a second that Western were going to be able to get it done. It took a while for Condors to actually get that A zone captured. It wasn't until, you know, the 23-second mark that they actually finished that off, and that leaves you with not a lot of time to get over towards B, and there was still like 11 lives on either side. So for Condors to walk away with all 6 ticks and an 11v11 at one point, that is a major upside for Conestoga now. And it looks like it has completely shifted gears for this team as they are fully taking over the defensive side.
And I think that was Western's first kill. And even then, Conestoga, just the amount of AR shots they're hitting continues. Dremo on a clinic, holding down this point, not letting go.
No, not at all. Just look how far these yellow arrows are pushed up on the map. The line of scrimmage drawn in the sands, and Western cannot move any further. Neb's gonna claw it together too. 4 in a row for Gemo. Frizz as well on a streak.
Saw though.
And Western, they need somebody to crack open this shell.
I think Saw was just forcing that positioning. Dremo, the eco chow chase, so clinical. And even then, look at this push. 5 kill streak for JayRay.
Gotta watch out for those palms, Frizz. We're watching. We got red cards ready to throw up there. No snaking on my watch, but Dremo, Frizz there. On 6 in a row now. Sliding it back towards this. See if he can get that artillery barrage. Now working towards that Hellstorm missile. 20 seconds left. Only a tick of progression for Western as they are getting snuffed out. The dimming of the lights right now. Nowhere to go for Western.
Clock will be winding down. This has all been Conestoga from start to finish. Not a single ground given. And finally, Western can get on some points. Hold that clock at bay. Stack on point. Kills going through. Potentially one more. That will be A captured and a lifeline given.
With 7 seconds left, double the lives right now of Western were Conestoga. And you can see this one's going to go down to the wire. 53 seconds, Western. I mean, it's a chance, a small chance, but there's a chance.
Look at Teddy, look at Teddy, look at the flank here. Coming all the way from behind, potentially could be disastrous. JayRay going to be able to collect. Western playing it slow, just trying to reserve as much picks as possible, but Teddy coming all the way back through, collecting one, only one. JayRay going to be able to punish.
Neb in top, Grandma's just punishing some of these members. 12 lives pinning 4. No more respawns for Western in this offensive round. One last chance, but up top, again, Neb just up in such a tricky position to take him down, and with just 2 lives left, I mean, for Western, you're looking back at this offense saying, man, this could have easily just been one tick of progression for us that whole time. The fact that they got A in general,
crazy.
It's more than they deserve.
I think it was legitimately something that Conestoga wasn't expecting. They weren't expecting a full stack on A. At the last second, they really thought that it was just going to be, they had enough presence. That scrimmage line was so far pushed forward. They didn't realize that, especially Saw, when he pushed up so far, he kind of scattered the rest of the Conestoga players, forced them to play a little bit back, that they weren't, you know, going to risk playing overextended. And at that point, you know, the Western players were feeling confident in their positioning that they could play towards that gun position and eventually capture A. Just it wasn't good enough. So Conestoga on match. And
I'll say, watching that offensive round for at least the first what, 2 minutes and 53 seconds of it. It was just like somebody just got the wind knocked out of them the whole time. Western.
Gonna see a nuke on the board, dude.
That would be crazy. It's happened before. Shout out Justin Pistachio in the CCL back in Cold War. But Condors, man, what a way to resurface back into that defensive side. Got a little bit shaky towards the end there, but they get the job done. Now back onto the offense. It's going to be a B hit right off the bat. They're already on, and there's already a segment done. The second one is going fast, and who's going to put an end to this one? They're spawning so far away. Somebody's got to dive in and stop this. The quadruple stack, and B is gone.
And how often do you see B being secured first and so quickly, too? They were able to take care of the entire team wipe. Now we can see Saw pushing far forward, trying to mitigate as much damage as possible to cover that A rotation.
I could probably count on one hand the amount of times that I've seen that
What does Teddy do?
at B. But another double kill. Pushing into the spawn of Conestoga. Frizz should be able to shoot a couple of these players in the back. Teddy cut down, Saw nowhere to go. JayRay so far pushed up, waiting for the players to challenge him. And Western are just being snuffed out here. Conestoga chasing the potential 3-0 sweep versus the Western Wings. And at the moment, nothing is stopping them from taking it on protocol. The stack is in, the 3-0's out, and Conestoga go flawless in their groups.
How did they even lose a round? That was the cleanest sweeps of the last 2 rounds I had ever seen. It felt like it was literally just a bunch of bronzes on the other side.
Well, that is a little much. For the
well,
Western
still,
Giants.
listen.